Hello, my name is Virginia Ferenczy. It's actually McNamee, but I need to change my last name with Nova. And for my client, I got client E, who's Marco Andretti, a 65-year-old man who had a stroke, and due to the stroke has been diagnosed with aphasia. He is married and has adult children, and was diagnosed with Broca's aphasia and is unable to express himself. His understanding is fairly high, and he has some abilities to do like rote counting or sometimes filling in a word here and there of familiar songs or phrases, but overall is not able to express himself at all. He's ambulatory, has right-sided weakness, and has needed to walk with a quad cane, um, but and using his left side for buttoning his shirt and doing eating and things like that. But overall has doesn't have very many physical limitations. Everything else is pretty much as it was before the stroke. He used to be fairly active in his church and with family and things like that, but after the stroke, he has been pretty depressed, and his wife would like to see him get back to the activities he's had before. Um, so I decided to do a communication book for him. It's backwards. I put the property of Marco Andretti on the front so that if it was lost at all, it shows there's some privacy to it, that it's not just trying to make it a little bit more age appropriate as he is an adult with this. So the setup, the first page, just right inside is has an introduction to who he is and what happened as far as his stroke and his abilities. It also has an in case of emergency to contact his wife and her phone number where she'll be reached. So in case he isn't able to, like something were to happen to him, or he can just point to that if he really needs her and can't express himself or do anything else. And then it also says it's created by me and my little Capricorn symbol. So then the next page is the table of contents. That way, if someone else were to use it, or as he's learning to use it, he can use this as a reference to find out what he needs. The first page is a daily plan. All the pages have yes, no, and maybe, yes, no, and I don't know, I'm sorry, in the upper right, as those are words we use all the time, and instead of having to flip back to a different page, he can also nod and shake his head and things like that. But if he wanted to use that instead, he's able to use those right on the page, on every page. So the daily plan just has some spots with Velcro, so he can take out things he wants to eat or do that day. That way, and instead of his wife saying, "What do you want to do?" and he has to go to each one throughout the day, he can already give her this as a general, this is what I would like to eat, would like to do, that kind of thing, for that day. So then the first section has some general conversation. Again, we have our yes, no, I don't know in that corner. Up in the upper left is always your I want to, I am, I need. And then there's hello and goodbye, please and thank you. If you use the I am, you have hot, cold, and tired, and some other possible things you might need, medicine or doctor. So some of just general conversation things that he might need on a daily basis, some of them, or that he can reference for feelings. And more can be added as, I don't know, it didn't say how much of a conversationalist he is. Sometimes men want to talk a lot. Sometimes it's something that, as far as general things, that's it, and quite to the point. The next page has his family. So we still have the yes, no, I don't know. And then we have just I want and I need. So, and we do have I am with his name. So if he wanted to say, I want Mariana, he's out in public and trying to reference his wife, he can point to the right card for his wife, and then the rest of his family, his son, daughter-in-law, grandson, his cats, they said were very special to him. So Tiny and Leo are also here. So if he is at home and tells his wife, well, I want Tiny, and she needs to go find the cat, help him find the cat. The next section is, the next few sections are food and drink and things like that. So the breakfast is on the first one, and we still have our yes, no, I don't know, and then I want, I need, and he can pick out breakfast items are on the top, and then lunch items are on the bottom, and more can be added to it. And they're all Velcro, so he can pick what he wants, or if he decides he doesn't know, he can come back to that later. And dinner is the same way. There's all the choices. We have some Italian dishes, since he's Italian. We have some more junk food kind of dishes, soups, and then other random possible items. And he still has I want, I need, and yes, no, I don't know on each page. And then snacks as well, with the same setup on the top. And we have our sweet snacks and our salty snacks. So if he knows he wants something sweet, he can look right away to this side instead of having to scan all over. He has less choices, as he can narrow it down in his own head and then pick the ones he wants. And then drinks is the next page. So same idea. He has water and coffee, milk and orange juice, and then the rest of the ones, including like wine. He is an adult, so trying to make it applicable to that, and still have our I want, I need, and our yes, no, and I don't know at the top. And then activities, have the same thing at the top, except it's I want to and I need to listen to music, play checkers, do a jigsaw puzzle, watch TV, some of the things that he liked to do before, and then some things that are just general as far as, go for a walk, watching TV, playing checkers, that anyone of that age might enjoy. And as he gets more involved in his hobbies again, more things can be added, as far as like with the gardening, adding, I need more seeds, or, I don't even know some of the things with gardening with orchids, but more detailed things as far as I need a new jigsaw puzzle, instead of just the general idea of it. So, but that will be progressive as he does get more involved in his hobbies again, since he hasn't shown much interest lately. And then some of the daily things at home, like bedroom and bathroom. You have, the bedroom things like ready for bed or take a nap or go to bed. And then some of the bathroom things, I need toothpaste, or I want to shave my face, use the restroom, and then had our same setup at the top. So they're just some things he may need help with, or may not, depending, if he needs to take a shower, he might, because he has a cane, he might need his wife's help with that. So a lot of this is based on the fact that he'll have a lot of support from family, and he's won't be a fully independent communicator. So then for that daily plan page, he can, let's see, if he wants spaghetti for dinner and grapefruit for breakfast and a hot dog for lunch, he can go to that page, pull off any of the tabs, and place them on like that, so that they're stuck on. He can move them around, add more, that kind of thing. So, and yeah, this can be changed as far as any things added to or taken away from. It's meant to use with the fact that he's with his family a lot. His wife is there, so a lot of the things that he's does daily. She knows his routine or knows what he's like. And more can be added as he shows more interest in the hobbies he used to do and in his community as well. And I think that's about it. That's my communication book for Marco Andretti. Thank you so much.